Is it working, Heather?
No, just keep going and I'll keep trying.
Okay. Okay, no big deal. All right, guys, welcome, welcome, welcome. I see, look out at the screen and I see all so many of my friends and partners in crime and women I've known, many, many years, but there's many of you that are brand new here. And I'm looking at the screen. Carolyn, I think she's brand new here. And Michelle is brand new, I think. Deanne, possibly brand. If you're brand new and you've never been hanging out with me on a webinar, go ahead and just wave. Give me a wave. Yes, there's some of our new friends. Hi, Nikki. And then if you've hung around for a year, 2 years, a decade, go ahead and wave. Okay, we're gonna do a lot of weird waving. That's what we all do now on Zoom. We wave and we hold up Post-it notes, and we're gonna have fun. There's comments, there's a chat box. That's where I need you to use that to chat. And we have 28 women here. More are going to be arriving because some of them said they couldn't make it right on time. So we're going to invite them in. And my co-host here is Heather. She is rocking the house, and you're going to get to hear from her as one of my Brave Creations Inner Circle ladies here in just a minute. So let me go ahead and pull up the PowerPoint. Sidebar, I thought I lost the PowerPoint 15 minutes ago. And, I was like having a little hyperventilation. I live in Texas. I'm pretending that it's cold by wearing a little, little vest. And I was like having a big hot 15 minutes ago. And I thought I lost my PowerPoint. And God has blessed me and sent the PowerPoint back. It is under the screen. And so I was like, just don't touch anything, Diane. Don't touch anything. And you will be able to find your own PowerPoint. Hello. And this is the kind of stuff that no one tells you behind the scenes, right? You can't, no one's talking about losing their PowerPoint 15 minutes ahead. Can you guys see this? If you can, just, smile and nod. Good, thank you. So here's where we are. And you all, if you have your workbook, actually, let me stop the screen share just for a minute. We want to take a selfie. I love selfies. And, I'm probably narcissistic and self-absorbed, but whatever. You got to promote yourself. If you have a business, guess what? No one knows about it unless you tell them. Amen. Like we can't just post one post and go, oh my gosh, no one signed up. Like, it's not like that. I've been emailing relentlessly all day, all week, all month, So grab your notebook if you have one, or whatever you have, hold something up, and we're going to take a selfie. Okay. Because that's fun. So here we go. Everybody ready? Hold something up. Look pretty. Okay, good enough. Okay, let's get down to business. I'm going to share the screen, and I think we are going to be back and everything good. Just smile and nod. Okay, thanks. I can only see a few of you off to the right. I know there's many of you here. And so I will be going in and out of the PowerPoint so that I can do interaction with you. You're going to do what here? Remember the word? What are you going to do while we're here? Work. Good. That's good. Okay, so this is where we are. I'm Diane Cunningham. Thank you for introducing me, Heather. I've done this workshop every year for 5 years. And I only know that because I did it right when I first met my husband. And we met on November 11th, 2015 for our very first in-person date. I was on 6 dating sites. That's what you have to do. I mean, you got to work it. Be relentless. If you have a business, you're going to need to be relentless. If you're trying to date, golly gee, you're going to have to go look around. And there's some wacko folks out there. Anyway, that was the first year I did this training, and I've done it every single year. And we've updated it. I've added some new pages to it. And here we go. My promise. I'm going to show you how you can create your brave vision today. Start implementing and reach your tribe without getting stuck in overthinking, perfectionism, or comparison. Okay. So are you ready for that? Does anybody need some of that? Right? Like, are you out there in overthinking? Like, are you skipping your overthinking anonymous meetings? Are you in relapse? Right? Hi, Delane. Nice to meet you. Excellent, excellent. Looks like I am able to pause for a second here. I'm able to record my screen and oh yeah, I'm recording too. These are the things, these are the things. All right, let's go. Hopefully I can get back. So here's my promise. And this is what we're gonna cover today, okay? And like I said, you're gonna get to hear from 3, potentially 4 of my current clients, the women that are in my Brave Creations inner circle. So let's dive in. If you stay until the end and decide you wanna work with me along your business building journey, I'll give you the opportunity to get your hands on a special bonus that I just added to my brand new program. And I'll give you all the details at the end of this. There's that word again, workshop. So I'm gonna like really be bold because we're all addicted to our phone. Of course, I have it right here with me as well. Heather's texting me. No distractions. You know, turn off your cell phone or maybe turn it upside down. I know that's hard. I know it's frightening. The world might end. But you know, keep it nearby. But you know, just try to stay with me. I'm giving you this as a great gift. We use this phrase in the 12-step rooms. HOW, I want you to be honest, open, and willing. And we also use a phrase that says, it works if you work it. And, you know, if we really actually worked our business, imagine what would happen. Imagine what would happen if you worked your business and, you know, you did it like you did it on purpose. You did it really focused. You did it with an intention and with passion. I believe that if God gave me the gift of a business, my job is to do it really, really, really well as I can do it. And show up in every way that I know how. And I wrote the number 55 down here. And that's because there's 55 days left in this year. So the year is not over. The year is not over. And so in my coaching groups, we talk about that constantly. We're talking about it because, I mean, I have a day today and I'm going to do this. And then guess what? I'm meeting with one of my coaches this afternoon. Like, I don't get to go run off and frolic. I mean, that was what I wanted to do, but like, it was the only time my coach had open. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm going to be brain dead. Hey, but whatever. So I'm meeting with one of my coaches this afternoon. Coaches need coaches. Can I get an amen to that? Coaches all need coaches because we can't see what we can't see. We were talking about this the other day on a 12-step call, the fact that we don't know we're sleeping till we're sleeping. Like if I'm not sleeping, I'm obsessed with sleeping. It's denial. We were talking about denial. And if I don't, I don't know what I don't know. And today, my hope for you is that you get one nugget, one little nugget that moves you forward. That's all I want for you. One nugget that moves you forward. All right, 55 days left. So at the beginning of the workbook, and we're going to go through almost every page, so brace yourself. What do you want from today? I'm not going to have you write it down on the heart. I mean, you have your own heart, but I actually want you, because I want to read some of them. What do you want from today? What are you looking for? What's your big why? Type that into the chat box here. Type that into the chat box. And let's just share some of that out loud. Let's just share some of that out loud. I'm going to go in and out, if it's okay with you guys. I'm going to go in and out from the screen. And then the big, looking at you like Brady Bunch, because I love you and I want to see your eyeballs. And I want to be able to read the chat easier. And truth be told, it's hard to read it when you're looking at the PowerPoint. Looks like we have 37 women here now. Woohoo! Pom-poms. Rock on. Okay, Heidi wants focus and a sense that she can still accomplish something in 2020. Of course you can, 55 days. My big why is because I'm tired of living small in life. Amen. Where is it? Here's my Post-it note on that. This is why these Post-it notes are important. I keep them here to remind me of all the little ahas we've already had right here. Quit hiding, start sharing. Quit hiding, start sharing. Here's another one that just fell out. New weekly habits. Your business is a big giant habit. And guess what? You might not have, you might need to update it. You might need to update your business habit. You might need to actually look at it as a habit. Most of us brush our teeth. We don't think a thing about it, but you think all day and obsess about posting something on Facebook. Like, we need to get over that. Just post. Okay. I want direction and freedom from overwhelm, vision, clarity. Excellent. I want peace. Good. So keep those coming. Keep those coming. Let me get back to, I want to help you with all this. I mean, I hope that this workbook is valuable to you and that you use it, not just today, not just today. So as we go along, I've already told you, use your Post-its, hold them up to the screen, take little cute pictures of them. You're going to share all of your ahas in either on your page or in Brave Women Nation, or just here as we go along, and we'll save the chat once we get done. I'm going to be teaching you 3 simple, yes, very simple. Nothing today is going to probably be rocket, I'm not a brain surgeon, just so you know. I have my master's degree, but not in anything medical. I'm going to give you some simple insider tips to boost your business and your bank account. Does that sound okay to you guys? Yeah? Anybody want more money coming in? Yes? Do you actually want to make have money come in while you're asleep? Everybody wants, this is like what I hear from my clients. Oh, I want passive income. I want money to come in overnight. Well, guess what? That can happen. And sometimes I wake up and somebody's bought a $27 thing from me. I mean, that doesn't happen every day, all day long, but I'm building that into a possibility. You're not going to go from 0 to 6 figures probably by the end of the year. I'm just going to break it to you. I'm just going to, I want to tell the truth here. I want to tell the truth. So simple and boosting. And let me just make sure you understand, you are in the right place today. Sidebar, just so you know, wherever our pictures are on the right, you can drop and drag that. So if that's covering up my PowerPoint, move it, right? Move it aside or move it around. Play with your screen. You're not going to break Zoom. I promise. I've been on Zoom for 5 years. I record all my videos here. I just sit down and show up and record and nobody's here. And I teach a lesson and those go in my classrooms. Pretty cool. You're in the right place today. If you got distracted in 2020, woo, anybody? You lost your momentum. If you're ready to regroup, if you want some fresh perspective, if you need a miracle, we can all start singing that song. You know the one. And kicking the booty. And if you're ready to stop overthinking. So if that's you, just say yes in the chat box. Just say, hallelujah. Yeah, I need a kick in the booty. Woo-wee. Okay, I might break out in song here as we go. Is that, just be with me. Whatever your motivation, I'm fully here to support you. I told you already, I take selfies all the time. Why? Because I have to market myself. And, sometimes I think I look cute. Sometimes I'm having a good hair day and you're like, damn, and I luckily I get my hair done tomorrow. So we'll get a little freshen up, but I want to support you and I want to help you get unstuck. I want to help you get unstuck today. Okay, why me? Heather shared some of this, but here's some of my Brave Creations Inner Circle gals. A lot of them are here in the room right now. Awesome. Those are my 3 brand new books that I busted out this year. I created the Nourish Life Club this year. You guys are here in the Create Your Vision workshop, excuse me. There's some more of our gals and Brave Women Nation. And so I've been around. I've been entrepreneuring for 15 years, I think, and created the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. Go ahead and give a wave if you have ever been a member of the National Association for Christian Women Entrepreneurs. It's amazing when you create a company and lead it and then you get to sell it and it still lives. And I was afraid. Let me look at you through that. Oops, dropping things. Any of you ever get afraid? Let me see your eyeballs. Let's get really up close. Any of you ever get afraid and not do what God has called you to do? Because you're just sitting over there like missing your overthinking anonymous meeting. Well, when God gives you something and you avoid it, he gets louder. It gets louder. For those of you that don't know, I'm a Christian, and if you don't know that, you're probably on the wrong webinar. We're going to talk about God today. But if God gives me the gift of a business, then I don't do anything with it. Bad on me. Like bad on me. But fear makes me sit on my hands and hide and not be loud and get all freaked out. I'll tell you a true story from this morning. someone I'm related to by marriage, it's her birthday, and I was looking to try to give a little birthday wish this morning, and I thought she unfriended me, and I was just a piece of work already this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. She unfriended me. And truth be told, she must have deactivated her account. Like, not everything is about me. I want you to write that. I want you to type that into the box. Not everything is about you. Not everything is about me. We obsess. We get all in fear. We think everybody's out there watching. Oh, she posted 20 times today. Oh God, I mean, if people are thinking about you that much, they need to go get a deal, get a life, do something, even if it's wrong, but like, stop obsessing over everybody else. I need to do my own work. Amen. You guys hear me say it all the time. If you're new here, butt in the seat. Like, I need to get my butt in the seat, do my own work, not stare around at Facebook. Oh my God, that's coveting, right? I need to stop comparing and coveting and chasing. I don't need to be like Heidi. I need to be like Diane. Right, Heidi? Yes. Amen, sister. I don't need to be running down trying to be Stephanie. Like, Stephanie has her own deal going on. I need to sit here and do me. And so if you're not doing you, that's on you and God. That's between you and God. Amen. Okay. I can stop. I'm gonna make you look at me. Got my diva light going. So, pardon me, because like, that's the diva light. These are the things you find out when you are behind the screen. Okay, can you imagine what it would feel like if you had income rolling in each month from online courses, memberships, and or your programs? Some of you already have some of this set up. Some of you might need to raise your hand and say, I want that. I want to increase this. I need more of this. And, like I said, it's not going to happen magically. You're going to start with one thing. How do you think I started? With one thing. And then I built, okay, the next thing. And I'm going to show you some tools about how to do that today. Creating and launching your digital boutique online courses, kind of in parentheses, is the single most powerful and strategic way to make an impact. I've been having online courses since 2010, since I started NACWE. And I've done it all sorts of ways. And in the last 3 months, I've added a whole bunch of things from the past. And you guys have been on this website. When you registered for this program today, you saw a bunch of other cool things, right? You saw a whole bunch of other cool things all around. You saw the Be Brave Today, Restart, Nourished Life Club, all of these things. Well, guess what? We added all those in the last 3 months. It's a miracle, but I didn't create them all. Here's what I need you to hear. I didn't create these all in the last 3 months. I've created them year by year, by month, for a decade. Some of these things that you see here, this thing, I'll just tell you the truth, the 31-day Be Brave journal, I wrote that 10 years ago. Guess what? It was sitting in a binder. It was sitting in a binder. And I looked in the binder and said, this stuff is really good, kind of good. I showed it to one of you and she was like, this is really amazing. And so we took it and we plopped it in my online portal, which I use. It's called Member Vault. And now it's there and it's ready. And it's $27, but I don't have to do a thing, right? Do you want more of that? Do you want more of that? Yeah. Okay, today we are going to dive into our workbook, take action. So right now is your time. Grab your pencil or pen. I will share with you my 3 best tips. And here, I want you to see this word I put in red for a reason. I do my business when I'm sober for 7.5 years. Actually, that's a lie. I'm sober since July. 7 years, it was July. So that's not half. 7 years in July 19th, or June. What am I saying? Juneteenth. One day at a time. And Juneteenth, which I didn't know, is the day of freedom, a day of getting out of slavery. And I didn't realize I was getting sober on that day. I didn't sign up for sobriety. I didn't sign up for my rock bottom experience where I drank a liter of tequila. Let me look at the screen. I drank a liter of tequila on my last drunk. You try it. No, actually, I'm going to suggest you don't. It was ugly. And it led me to freedom. And you know what? It takes what it takes, my friend. It takes exactly what it takes, and you're not running late to your own miracle. You hear me? You can't run late to your own life. You think you can, but what you need to do is just keep showing up, just like I posted, one day at a time. I need to show up. I actually wrote a book about it. Rock Bottom is a Beautiful Place. And I've lived without taking a drink That doesn't mean I haven't relapsed in overthinking. Amen. In food, I have a food and dieting addiction. I'm trying to be in recovery from that. I am married to an alcoholic, so I have to keep myself from being Miss Al-Anon, you know, trying to fix him and rescue him and tell him what to do. Like, we need to stop acting like that. There's, do you guys all know the 4 M's? You know, I'm going to preach the 4 M's here for a minute. This is from Al-Anon, so you might need it, you might not, I don't know. The 4 M's, this is not on your PowerPoint. This is bonus material. The 4 M's from Al-Anon are, number 1, mothering. Somebody can type this into the box, that'd be great. Number 1, mothering. Number 2, martyrdom. Number 3, managing. Number 4, manipulating. Oh gosh. Oh. Okay, so if that makes you uncomfortable just hearing those, we don't want to be doing that to the people that we're married to. No, they don't need you to be their mother. They have one. She birthed that person. And so we have to really watch out for this, because this is where we can get, like, if I'm doing all that, I'm not doing my own work. You get it? Like, I'm not building my own business. I'm not dealing with my own recovery, because I'm way busier dealing, like, fixing you and my sisters and my mother. My gosh, she needs a lot of help. So we have to really guard for this. You know, we got to laugh, people. We got to laugh. It's been a rough week. Can we get an amen to that? It's been a hard week. And I mean, I'm not talking about the thing going on in the world. I'm just talking about time change and, you know, some other stuff. Whatever, you know, keep on keeping on. Okay. Whoo! Let's pause. Everybody, you know, if you need to take a drink of water, now's the time. It's 10:24. I haven't even gotten into the workbook. Help me, Lord. Okay, we got to speed it up. I promise you, we're teaching you through the workbook. Okay, here we go. So one day at a time, you're going to build your business. And you're not going to get into tomorrow. You're going to do what you do today. This is not a vision board workshop. A couple of you have said, oh, I want to learn how to do it. But this is not a vision board workshop. I never promised you that. That's the wrong, you're on the wrong webinar. So you can go ahead and go to that other webinar now. So here we go. Tip number 1, and make sure you have your workbook. Everybody have your workbook nearby, your pens and pencils. Nod, smile. I can only see a few of you on the little Brady Bunch screen. So tip number 1 is awareness. So the whole first section of your workbook is about being aware. Okay, so we're going to go straight in, and I have just pictures on the screen. So we're going to flip to page 6 and 7. So flip to page 6 and 7. And we are going to look here, and somebody already messaged me this morning and said, I think you have the wrong date in there. No, I don't actually. By the end of 2020, she thought I needed to put 2021. No, we have 55 days. We have 55 days. So this one is about your plan of attack. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds. Some of you might have already done some of these things, but I want you to jot down by the end of 2020, what do you need to get done? We did this on my mastermind call just yesterday. What do you want to have done by April 1st? You know, we're talking about quarters here. What do you want to get done by July 1st, by October 1st? And then, you know, it's very hard, especially in the year of COVID, which rocked everybody's world. I mean, I'm here too. I'm in it. But like, you know, I used to have all the, you know, I laid out a whole giant, beautiful plan for last year, and most of it still happened, but a lot of it didn't. So I want you to think about, you know, I want you to keep having a dream. Today is about rekindling the dream, okay? And then the second page here, which is page 7, I want you to really start getting honest. This is where the HOW, honest, open, and willing. I need you to say, hey, my income is 0. Hey, you know, yay, whoop, whoop. I mean, we can't change anything we don't acknowledge. They teach us that in counseling land. You know, I'm a counselor by trade. We have to acknowledge, we have to begin. I have to admit, acknowledge, accept. I had to walk into an AA meeting, not just read about it, not just Google it. I had to go sit there. I had to go sit there and have a reality check. So jot down, you know, your income, your expenses. One might be bigger than the other. Well, guess what? That we need to change that. Do you have a staff or a team? Do you have any clients? If you have one client, that's good. Work on getting another, work on getting more. Do you have a website, or do you need a website, or does your website need a total life makeover? Many of the clients I work with, you know, that's the first thing we start with. It's like, okay, we need a place for the world to find you. And some of my clients don't want to do it, or they avoid it for a while. There's a couple here on the screen. Diana Journey just birthed her brand new website, and with her name. She had a website with her husband, and it was beautiful, and they made that 4 or 5 years ago, and that just got a redo as well. Your website, my website needs a redo. It's 4 years old. You know, my hair is longer, I look different. Your website will need a redo, and so that's what I would write on mine. Your brand. A lot of my clients are always asking, what is that? Well, it's more than just your colors. It's all of you. It's you. It's like the words you use. Lou, who's on the screen, go ahead and give a wave, Lou. Lou is an expert in culture. And so a lot of, I had Lou come in and teach recently to my Brave Creations Inner Circle. She came to my house for the event, and she does this awesome training, which I believe is really related to your brand, but it's more than that. She helped me and us to see, you know, if we landed on planet Nikki, like if I landed on planet Shelley, what would I see at planet Shelley? You know, what's the evidence of Shelley from her, you know, on Google? So she like looks all this up. Like, you know, if I landed on Delane or Planet Marie, I would, you know, and this is what Lou does. She does this culture assessment, and she pulls up this whole PowerPoint all about you, which of course our favorite subject, sidebar, our favorite subject is us. We like to talk about ourselves all day long and like look at ourselves and see what's going on. But your brand is all of that. And then the other thing we need to look here on our reality check is your hours spent working. Are you working too little, or are you working too much? I'm sure there's both here. Are you doing any marketing? Location, you know, some of you have physical locations. Some of you, your location is your Facebook page and your website page. And does it really show who you are? Systems and organization, our resident expert on that is Heather. She has a productivity membership. You'll hear from her later. She's our host for today, or my helper, my co-host. And, you know, systems and organization, the more we systematize things, the better. Okay. So everybody have some things written down on here. Just smile and nod. Okay. And do you see some areas where you know you need to like get honest, get a little update? Okay, good. So let's keep on. Let me just jump in here and see if there's anything else I need to deal with. Nope, we're good. Come on. So the next page is in your workbook. I put 3 on a page. The stop, start, continue. Some of you were in my 7 days to clarity challenge. So you saw this every single day. Here's a sidebar. We're going to talk about, you know, you can do things all sorts of ways. You can have a challenge, you can create a mini course, you can create a 90-day course, you can create all sorts of things. But this one worksheet, stop, start, continue, I created this years ago, 10 years ago. And one of my Brave Creations girls, I don't think she's here today, Kim Stedman, she looked at this thing and she said, this thing's brilliant. You could do a whole challenge using this worksheet. I said, what? Sometimes here's the truth. You can't see yourself. You can't see yourself. You can't see all the miracles on your 3-ring binders behind you. This is why I have coaches and helpers and teams. So we use this entire page to turn it into a 7-day, $7, 7 days to clarity challenge. I can do it again at any time. Why? Because I've already written it. It's already there. It's a workbook. It's a process. So you're gonna keep this. We're not gonna stop very long on this because I want to get farther. Who am I exercise? This is a great tool to use. Even today, asking some of your people to give you 3 words. Why? Because you need those for your brand. You need those for your website, the 3 words. Okay. You want to really get a vibe for what do your people see in you? What do they see that you can't see? And then I'm gonna actually have her come and do a very quick share, 60 seconds probably, with mission statement. And Diana Journey, are you still here with me? Yes. So Diana is a member, just to introduce her. She's been a longtime member of my Brave Creations Inner Circle. And she, yesterday, this just so happened, I didn't realize she was going to share today until afterwards. But she had rewritten her new mission statement. Why? Because she has a brand new website. She has a brand new website. So Diana she shared it with us out loud. And then we gave her a little bit of feedback. That's what we do. We have office hours every Monday, which is huge value, huge value. For those of you in Brave Creations Inner Circle, just wave. Marianne's here, Heidi's here, Robin's here. Yay. Some of you are going to be joining, the Stephanie's here, but on with a picture. You're going to get an invitation to join me for next year. But Diana shared with us her mission statement, and I think she's already revised it. So Diana, give us a short testimonial about what you are working on.
Well, because I have my DianaJourney.com website, I needed to have it focused. I wanted to make sure that it represented who I was. So to do that, I had to discover who I was, right? So I went through the process. You kind of did that on your sheet of who am I, exercise. And so I went through that. And then the next question I had to ask was, who do I serve? Right. So that I could figure that out. And what am I providing? And, you know, then what is the purpose? What do I want them to get out of it? And so I went through that process. And yesterday when I shared, it was a long version, and I've been whittling it down with the help of many, not just by myself. I mean, it's good to get feedback. So now it reads, as a life coach, Diana strives to support women by providing hope without judgment so they can find their voice and grow from their personal learnings. And Excellent. That's a lot shorter than it was yesterday morning.
Yes, it is. It is. I'm looking for, thank you, Diana, for sharing that. And everything we're talking about today is a process. I want you to hear that full well. This is a rough draft today, rough draft. So don't be afraid to write in your book. I'm trying to get you guys to do that. You're going to be messy. It's not going to be perfect. Guess what? Let me look you in the eyes. You aren't perfect. And you're never going to be, and who cares? Nobody cares. No one cares. You know, and people will, here's the truth. Every time I put something out, there's one special person I love. She's not here today. I don't think she could be, but she always tells me the spelling mistake I make and that thing. And I'm like, thank you, you know, because I'm going to keep producing. I'm going to keep putting things out. I'm not going to, you know, and it was one word. Okay, great. Let me go fix it and move on. Don't get stuck in perfectionism, because that's really a form of fear. That's all it is. It's the fear. You're in fear, and you need to learn to ask yourself, why am I afraid? So start asking yourself the right questions. You're going to do a lot of self-coaching. So who here has a coach? Just wave. Do you have a coach? Okay, good. Do you need a coach? Wave. Okay. We all need a coach. I have a couple coaches. I'm in programs. I have people that talk me off ledges daily, weekly, right? Because, you know, if left to my own devices, I go straight to crazyville, you know? That doesn't mean I don't have a business. I mean, I have a business. I look semi-normal. I post on Facebook, you know, I show you my cute things, but I'm over here like having a breakdown. I lost my PowerPoint 15 minutes before we started today, my friends. You calm down and you just keep on. Yes, we all have a few. I have a few coaches for sure. All right, thank you, Diana. And I was looking, and I'm going to have Heather or somebody from yesterday share what that little fill in the blank we did yesterday. I help blank do blank, even if they blank. If you could post that for me, be awesome. All right, let's get back to the workbook. And there we go. Okay, so my mission statement, you're gonna want to, you know, flush this out, distill it, as Lou says. My mission is to inspire women to, oh my gosh, I just lost my own mission statement. My mission in life is to inspire women to dream big, catch on fire, and change the world. I get to do that every day. I'm doing that right now. Yay, I'm having a great day. I'm having a great day. I often get to do that just at a coffee shop, talking to a woman about recovery. And, you know, there's no PowerPoint going, there's no Zoom, but it's the same thing. I'm still living my mission. Okay, next pages are the strengths assessment. Everybody following along, just nod, you know, give me a little shout. Okay, good. Strengths assessment. This is very important. There's an important word on here, leverage. A lot of people, you know, if you don't know a word, I'm going to just really say you use Google. Go ahead and Google. I use Google all day long, every day, looking things up. Why? Because I want to know. I want to know. I don't, you want to know what you're good at, because the more you know what you're really good at, we can stop hiding. Here's my Post-it again. I can quit hiding and start sharing when I know, here's what I'm really, really good at. And you know what, if God gave it to me, I don't want to spit in God's face. I don't want to spit in the gift God gave me. I don't, I just really don't. I want to shine brightly for him. And if I know my strengths, I can actually maybe express them on my website. I can, you know, I did a whole exercise with Marianne. You'll get to hear from her in a little while. But Marianne and I had a VIP day recently, and she kind of had gotten like stagnant, and she kind of was like, I don't really like my clients. I don't like coaching anymore, right? This is awesome. This is the good stuff. And so we did this really cool exercise where I just had her write down what gives her energy. So you could replace this word, things I enjoy doing, things that give me energy, right? Things that give me energy. Okay. And we were able to come up with a brand new list for Marianne. And she doesn't hate her clients. She just, it's time to pivot. It's time to pivot. What's her level? You know, what's our leverage? You know, some of us have the leverage of time. Some have the leverage of money. Some have the leverage of connections. You know, you're connected here, there, and everywhere. And I want you to really get used to this last question. How am I an expert? You know, we get all weird about like tooting our own horn. Men don't get weird about it. No, nope. You know, I need to know I'm an expert at this. You know, I've written 10 books in 10 years. That's kind of a big deal. What? You know, I act like it's no big deal. And then I think, oh, what have you done? What have you done this year? I mean, really? So start to embrace the areas that you are an expert. What areas do you have a unique skill or knowledge? And I want you to, I'm gonna skip this core values. That's gonna be some, you know, work you can do at home. But I want you right now, just blast it out in the chat. What are some of your expert areas so that you didn't sign, you know, I want to pose it this way. Like there's things on our resume, I call it my glossy, you know, my fancy stuff. Oh, I have a master's in counseling and 10 books. Well, you know, I drank a liter of tequila, right? I'm in recovery. I hit rock bottom. I've survived a plane crash. I went through went through a divorce. I've lived through infertility, right? So, I mean, those are the things that I'm an expert at that I might not post on my bio, right? But they matter. They matter a lot to me, right? They matter a lot. And so I want you to start posting and just dump it out. Melissa, teaching administration organization. Yeah, like I'm an expert at transformation, change, restarting. I'm an expert at restarting. So just post as many of those. Good at women's relationships with money. Yes, you are, Patty. Culture, training, leadership. So I want you to start owning your own expertise and, you know, beginning to feel it. Walk around in that outfit. You know, lots of times we put on the outfit of I'm not good enough. You know, I have a bracelet. I took it off so I can hold it up to the screen. And it in honor of Diana Journey. You guys can all, I don't know if you can you even see that? Okay. Diana Journey has a program that's coming. It's forthcoming. And I'm going to just claim it. It's called Just Enough. And she talked about having just enough. And I was like, I need that myself. I have just enough food. I have just enough knowledge. I don't need to go run around all over the internet researching for another 500 days. You don't either. Stop it. Stop the research. You have researched. Shelly, I'm looking at you, girl. You have researched. You have gotten a gazillion certifications. I know you, sister. I know so many of you. Like, stop the research. Stop endlessly thinking you need another thing to hang on your wall and get busy serving the world. Can I get an amen to that? You have just enough. So type it in the box, please, just enough. And if you need to, you know, I can get you guys the link. I have a dude on Etsy, and I order these bracelets from him, and they're cute. One says simplify, one says nourish, and then I had to get this other one, just enough, because I need to remember that every day. You have just enough. And here's how God works for me. This morning, I got a text from one of my friends. She's an entrepreneur. She builds houses. Like, she's out there with a hard hat and building houses. She's amazing. I said, can you pray for me for my webinar today? And she sent me this text, prayers up, go get him, Tiger. And she doesn't know anything about this bracelet, nothing about it. I am enough. I do enough. I have enough. And I'm like, God, you are just amazing, right? You are amazing. Thank you, my friend, for telling me that when I'm all ramped up, nervous about being with you guys. And I think it's important to tell you, of course I got nervous about being with you guys. I want you to like me. Like, let's tell the truth. I want you to like me. I want to give you value. I want to make this a well use of your time. I hope you feel the same way when you're giving something to your clients, when you're teaching. You have just enough, and you are just enough. All right, let's get back to the workbook. We've got work to do, W-O-R-K. So we're going to skip. Now we're going to tip number 2. So tip number 1 was awareness. You're getting some awareness today. Is anybody getting some awareness today? Just wave, clarity, yay. Okay, you've got a lot more. So just continue, hang with me. And we're going to leave time at the end for about 15 minutes of Q&A. Tip number 2, I told you these are simple. It's just action. Like, one of the main reasons I'm successful is I take just constant action. So this part of the workbook dives into action. So we are going to go next to the Heart-Based Business Canvas, which is on page 13. There's a couple pages. Oh, yeah, actually, that's exactly right. I created this I guess 5 years ago. Yeah, I created this 5 years ago on a little journal in the Starbucks in South Lake. Like, I'm drawing it out with my Sharpie pens. And I was like, this is how when I'm building a website, this is a crucial piece of paper for you guys. I need you to see how beautiful this is. If I'm working on my retreat was called the Heart Art Retreat. Who is it for? You'll need more room than this. This is just your starting point. Who's the retreat for? How am I going to do the retreat? When is the retreat? What happens at the retreat? Where are we going to have this retreat? And what's the wow factor? You will use this same simple page when you're launching your new group. I'm looking at you, Heidi. You're launching your new group for spouses. Okay. When you're launching your new 90-day course. When you're launching, I launched the Nourish Life Club this year. I had to answer all these questions. Who's this for? How are they going to get it? What are we doing here? So you guys see how powerful just this, and let me add to the bonus of this page. This is how you're going to write sales pages. This is how you're going to write a blog. Like, let's not overcomplicate. Who am I writing my blog for? Well, maybe I'm writing it for Lou. Maybe Lou is my ideal client. She is, actually. Lou is my ideal client. And she and I are going to have a conversation next week about her joining Brave Creations. Yay. But so when I'm sitting down to write a page, I need to talk to Lou. I need to think about Lou. Behind my screen here, I have a whole bunch of names, all the women that are in Brave Creations in our circle. And then I have a whole section, and I call it my wish list. I wrote wish list, waiting room, coming soon. And like, some of your names are on there, like coming soon. Like, I'm just praying you forward. I'm praying that you're coming my way. I don't know how soon, but your name is up there, and I see your name every day. And that's really kind of cool. Like, and if you want to be on there and you don't know, message me. Hey, but this page is really key. Okay. And then let me just go straight to this one. My ideal client is, Diana just referenced this. These pages, we're not going to do them right now. You need to spend some time on these. A lot of today is on me giving you a bunch of homework. Okay. And if you're my client, we do this all the time. I'm going to give you homework because you need to sit with yourself. Like in 90 minutes, we can't like transform your entire website business and create your program. We can do it in 90 days. We can probably do that in 90 days. You don't need like 9 years. But you need to start getting really clear about who are your people? What are they wanting? Where do they hang out? Your people is often you, or it might actually be the you of 2 years ago. You are, Heidi, here, this is for you. I have a Post-it note on my wall. I have Post-it notes everywhere, as you can imagine. On my door right there, it says, your clients want the evolution of you. So you want the me of today, the me that almost lost my PowerPoint this morning, the me that was having a breakdown because I thought my daughter-in-law had unfriended me, and the me that's okay now because like I regrouped. You want the me that learned a bunch of stuff yesterday from my clients. Like I learned a whole bunch yesterday, and I hope I learn more today. So that is an important quote. It was told to me by one of my coaches 2 years ago. I've told it to many of you. Write it down. Your clients want the evolution of you. My husband, he wants the evolution of me too. My best friend, she wants the me of today. I'm different than I was 10 years ago, aren't you? We're all different than we were a year ago. COVID. Like just, for if in doubt, just say COVID. But when COVID hit, I rose up. I didn't hide in the back room, for 5 months. I rose, and it changed everything. So these are part of your homework. You need to know just as much what your ideal client is not. Who is she not? My ideal client is not a tire kicker. My ideal client is an action taker, a visionary, a creative woman who's willing to be brave and vulnerable. That's important for me to know. And then we're going to go to the next pages here. Who are you called to serve? You'll start to know that more and more from the pages we just looked at. So I'm not going to stay long on that. And then I want you to see this. The first time I created this workbook, again, it was 10 years ago. We did a lot of, I was a member of the Chamber of Commerce. I'm not now. The world has changed many times, even in, since March. But you are members of many, many tribes. And I just started this with an example. I know I'm looking at her, so she gets called on a lot. But Heidi has a long-term relationship with her friend who owns a gym. So like Jim is on here, church, clients, Chamber of Commerce, leads group. I used to go, when I first started my business, I hired a business coach. I thought I couldn't afford her. And I told her that. I said, I can't afford that. Here, let me look at you guys. I knew I needed a coach. I'd been to a million free webinars. It's like, oh my gosh, how many free webinars can you attend? Well, I was on all of them. And I was buying all the books. And this is fast forward back to 2008, or rewind, 2008. I had rented a little office in Wichita Falls, Texas. I hadn't birthed NACWE yet. Let me take a little drink. And I asked this woman I knew who was a successful speaker. I said, who do you coach? She told me the name of her coach. We always want to get a referral, right? I need to get a referral for the person that cuts my hair. Of course, I want a referral for a coach. And so I asked her, she sent me this lady's name. Her name was Jackie. I emailed her. We set up a, discovery call like we do. And she told me her price. And I was like, oh God, I had no clients, mind you, no clients, no money, maybe like $300 coming in, maybe every month. And, but I had a website and, I had rented an office because I believe, God will provide, I just like believe. And so she told me her price and I say, oh, I can't do that. And she said, well, what did you have in mind? This is so brilliant. What can you afford? Like, what can you afford? And I was like, oh my gosh, what? And I told her the number that I had in my mind. And it was like a little bit less, but she basically regrouped. She adjusted and said, okay, well, for that, we can do this. Okay, this is a bonus tip for you people. Like I have a big program. You've heard me mention it, Brave Creations Inner Circle. And I basically said to them, create your own payment plan. And they're like, huh? And they do. All of them. I have the weirdest payment plans coming in all month, all year long. Why? Because I don't want them to give me any reason or any why or any excuse about why they can't make it. And so I would say use that with your clients. You can adapt how much they get. You can adjust, but let them know what, because they come to you saying they want help, right? They're coming to you saying they want help. tell them the number, tell them a number, figure out what your number is. And if you need to, like Heather and Susan, make it up just right then. Sometimes you're just making it up right then. And you're going to start with that number. My second coach, Sylvia, that was Jackie. Another coach I had in 2010, the year I started NACWE, I went through a divorce that next year. Many of you have been through with that journey with me. And I basically just knew I needed a coach to make it through this year, or else I'm going to be, this whole thing I just started, I'm going to be working down at Walmart. I mean, let's tell the truth. I'm a single woman. I'm an entrepreneur. I don't know how I'm going to do all this. And I hired a coach, Sylvia, and I went way out on a limb, and I hired her for the whole year, and it was $10,000. And I'm sure it's like triple that now. I mean, my clients pay me that, or actually, I mean, I've made it less than that now, but I've had clients pay me $12,000 for the year. If that sounds crazy, I thought it was crazy too. I need you to hear, I thought it was crazy too. And yet I had done it. I had done it because, and because I hired her that next year, I brought in like, gosh, 20 or 30,000 more. So like you do the math, right? Like we have to start doing the math of how much do how can I invest in myself so that I can get more training that's bigger and more supportive than the free webinar. You get it? Okay. Let me go over here and check the chat. Yes. Okay, here we go. Back to the page. So you're going to look at your tribes and where you're going to market. And this is a great page here. You're going to use this a lot. You're going to make a lot of sample pages. You can print these a bunch of times. Excuse me. And I'm going to bring Heather on the screen here. Excuse me, while I take a drink of water. And I'm going to just have her share a 60-second kind of blurb about Heather's just sold Heather started a company a couple years ago, 3, and she regrouped. She's been regrouping and revising that little cute triangle we all have seen, and she's added some amazing things at the top and all the way down. So maybe Heather, just share a little bit about kind of your new marketing funnel and your free group and how it's leading people down the funnel with you.
Okay. So I think of it like staircases instead of funnels. So I'm just doing it in my head. But so yeah, I have a freebie that leads people into my big free group. And then I have a low ticket offer that people can buy into, as well as the membership. And then I have had like a mid-level offer that isn't available just yet, but it will be at the end of this month to begin in January. And so I have halfway up that, or halfway down that funnel, right?
Right.
Down the triangle. And so I just have the high end to start working on after that, which is in the works for 2021. But it's really about taking your clients on a journey with you. And the further the reason that triangle is shaped that way, right, is because you're going to have the majority of your people up here in your freebie and lower ticket
yes, ma'am,
offers. And then a few of them are going to work their way down to this small elite group that you have. And so that's why I like to think of mine like a staircase, because it's like they're at the top of my, they're on like the top level. So it's just the way my brain thinks. But other than that, yeah, so it's fantastic. It's great.
It is great.
Yeah.
And post the link to and Diana Journey too, and you post the link to your website in the chat for me. Awesome. Okay, great. So let's go back, because I want to show you Heather just gave a great example. And you might start with one thing here. I want you to hear that. I have a free group on Facebook that would go up in the freebie section. It's called Brave Women Nation. Many of you are in it. I have free gadgets and gizmos that people like, 1-page worksheets. Like this little page right here would be a great 1-page worksheet with a little video. Like these are things I can have as freebies. An entry-level product could be a $27, that journal thing I told you about. That's a cool entry level. Mid-level, you know, and so high level, you know, you aren't going to add all these at once. I think you need to mute maybe, Heather. So you won't be adding all of these at once. You know, this is where having a coach can help you. Like, let's lay out what comes first. And we have to, it's again, one of my coaches, Karina, you're going to get to hear about a lot of my coaches today. Karina, she always called, instead of using the word prospect, she called it your beloved. I was like, oh my gosh, I love that. My beloved. You know, my clients, I hope I get to work with. My beloved, how would I want to be treated? How would my clients want to, I mean, my job is to help you to move forward. I'm going to be in the front row on your book launch day, cheering for you. But Diana just had a book launch. So wave and post the link for that in the chat. Diana had a book launch. She made it to number 6 Amazon bestseller in, or excuse me, number 1 in 6 categories. Number 1 in 6 categories for her Amazon book that just came out this month. 2 of the women in my groups just had a book launch. Okay, so quickly, Marketing Circle, Marketing Live, virtual and live. Most everything we do now is virtual, so just go over there to that section. I know I do marketing in all sorts of ways: email, Facebook Live, YouTube. Some of you might be on Instagram. You know, wherever you go, all those places, we're marketing in all of them. Speaking for free on a podcast, writing a blog that you can reshare. These are all ways of marketing. So I like to think of I love circles and hearts. So you're going to see a lot of circles and hearts here. All right, let's get into step 3 or tip 3, accountability. Now we all want this and then we don't want it, right? We all say we want it. Like it's just like change. Everybody says they want it and then you don't want to do any changing. Yikes. Accountability. So the number 1 tip was what? Who can tell me that? What was number 1 tip? Let me get to the chat. Number 1 was what? And these are very simple. Yes. Awareness. Number 2 was what? Yes. Action. And number 3 is now what? It's a long word. We all say we want it. We're all lying. Right? We all, you know, it's like, oh gosh, I have to go weigh in, you know, or whatever. I need to send the email. Like, I need to text my coach and tell her that I did the thing. Oh, okay, good. So let's dive back into this tip 3. I told you these are not that, you know, I'm not special. I'm just telling you the truth here. So these pages in the workbook, I really feel like they kind of relate to being accountable. So there's a page on the 1-page marketing plan, goals for the next 30 days. I'm going to go quickly over these. 1-page marketing plan, because there's another page I really want to get to. The launch plan, this is a key page. Now, everything you launch, you're going to need to ask yourself a lot of questions. What will it do? What is the big promise? What's the name of the program? Lots of times we play around with 3 or 4 or 5 names. How does it relate to my other products, programs? You know, don't be all of a sudden selling, you know, jewelry from your kitchen website. Like it doesn't, you know, it's like I get confused. Like, what? She's doing what now? So you want to make sure it might, you know, it might be a little off, kind of a cousin, you know, but like you haven't like left the neighborhood. So, and the cost of the product, the break-even point, this is very important. You want to figure out, you know, if it costs me $750, let's just make something up. Let's say it cost me $750 to get the website thing fixed, to, you know, update the this and the that, and to get everything prepped. Well, if your thing is $250 per unit, you sell 3 of those and then you've covered your base. You've broken even. So anything you make over that is big. You know, it's bonus. You want to think, you know, return on investment, break even. You always want to ask yourself, is it relevant and timely? Why now? Why now? And why you? Does it excite me and give me energy? That's important, because if you don't care about it, you're not going to talk about it. And we don't really want to come to the thing that you're not excited about. I mean, it's hard enough to sell something you love. It's hard enough to sell something you are in love with. What clients do you already know? They're coming to mind right now that need this. You know they need it. They've kind of alluded to it. They don't know the name of it because you haven't told them yet, but they're in your circle loop. They might be on your whiteboard. Hey, you know, here's some people that I know that actually need the Nourished Life Club. Maybe I'll create it. Maybe they'll come. How can I build excitement? You can do a challenge. I've done a 7-day challenge, a 21-day challenge, a 3-day challenge. I've done a whole bunch of challenges. You can have a Zoom like this, a webinar. You can have a live seminar. You know, hopefully we'll be doing those again one day in our life. You can have a free report video series. I would say the top list is the most valuable, or it's the most impact. You want people to have a transformational experience with you. They need to feel something. They need to do something. This is why challenges are so powerful. Every single day, you're giving them something to do that day, and they either do it or they don't. And, you know, I give out prizes, you know, in my challenges. You can do early bird sales, extra bonuses, and that, again, this is a very valuable page. Use it. Okay. So here I've got my friend and client, Marianne. I want you to see this creativity circle, and then I'm going to have her share about it because it was the perfect moment yesterday. The creativity circle. So whatever your topic is, culture. I'm just going to use Lou because she's on, I can see her on the screen. Your topic is culture. She can do all sorts of things with this. She already has, she already does, but there's a few more on here she can add. And so this is where it's like, it gets brilliant. And I added a section on here at the bottom. It's not on this page, but just right on the bottom of this page, add a couple more circles and just put challenge. You know, there's like the 7-day challenges, or you know, there's lots of new things we can add onto the creativity circle. And then let me share what this means over here on to the right, and then I'm going to invite Marianne to share. Heart-based challenge funnel. So I want to be able to begin thinking just like that other triangle we just saw. I like to create things into hearts because I am doing this because this is who God made me to be, right? It's not just a funnel for me, you know, it's like, I love you people. I love you. I know many of you. I know that you just got finished moving, Nikki. I know that you just went through a heart-wrenching breakup. I know what you're dealing with, Marie. I know you. Okay. So, you know, the more you can add your heart into your business, if it's appropriate, for me it is, then I'm not just thinking of random numbers out on, you know, you aren't just Facebook blurbs, like you're real people. I love you. So I want to build things that make sense. So that's where the heart-based challenge funnel, like 7 days to clarity, will help my client get clarity. So she might realize she needs the next thing from me. So you just begin to think, what does she need? How can I bring her with me? How can I bring her with me along this journey? What would be the next? Here's another way to think of it. You know, many of us had or have to get continuing education. If you've ever had to get continuing education for your career, just wave your hand. You know, I mean, a lot of us, I was a counselor. I had to get a certain number of hours every year. Teachers have to do it. My husband is getting an audit on his private investigations business. He has to get continuing education. And so we are entrepreneurs. No one's going to force feed us. No one's force feeding that to us. We get to choose it ourselves. So I choose it by signing up for different coaching programs and investing in myself with this training here and this training here. That's continuing education. So you're always thinking about, what does my client, Karen, Diana, Susan, Kim, what does she need next? How can I help her with that next step? It's as simple as that. All right, Marianne, let's bring you on the screen, and I want you to show off what we saw yesterday related to your creativity circle.
Okay, hi everybody. So my creativity circle, if I can give you a little backstory, I've been a life coach for 12 years and I was a women's pastor for 17 years. And it just dawned on me that I have all of these teachings and webinars and, oh my gosh, worksheets and things from all these years. And so if you need ideas of where to start, or remembering what your passion is or who your client wants to be, go back in your archives and look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we don't think about how much stuff we have from years and years and years of doing what we do. Your evolution of you may tweak in the years. I've been with Diane for a very long time, and she walked with me through the death of my husband. And so, yeah, the evolution of me is the same bent, but there are things adding to it all the time. So in this creativity circle, I've got bukus of stuff that I can add to it, just because, I mean, this is probably 6 years old, but I'm going to use it and tweak it
yes,
tweak it to my life today. So that was kind of an aha yesterday. It's not rocket science, but gosh, our lives are busy. We don't think about what we've already done.
Amen, sister. And Heather was talking about your Post-it notes on the wall, and Marianne and I got to, like, she sent me a picture of that. We like went through it together, creating the name of her new program and her challenge yesterday. It was awesome. And so stay tuned for that, because it's right in front of her. Here's a side note. It's probably right in front of you. You just can't see it. You can't see it. And so by having a team and the groups and coaches that support you on that, they're like, well, what about this? In fact, this webinar, I have an accountability pod I'm a part of, and none of you are in it. It's like a girl whose husband teaches pickleball, and a dude up in, it's like random folks from another program. And I'm talking about, oh, I need to create a thing and a this and a this, and I'm holding up this. And she's like, well, isn't that like your course? Isn't that what you can do? I'm like, ding dong, it's right in front of me and I can't even see it because it's just so darn close. Anyway, thank you, Marianne. Let's keep on keeping on here. Okay, so this is where we get into the mindset. This is still a part of accountability. Okay, self-sabotage and imposter syndrome. So I'm going to give you 30 seconds, and I just plop them into the group. Don't overthink. How are you self-sabotaging? Tell me right now. What do you say when you think you're a fake? The imposter syndrome. Self-sabotage, imposter syndrome. Just write it into the chat. I'm going to go over there so I can look at it. And then we're going to talk about it. Okay. Yeah, other people are doing it better, sooner. Yes, 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 yes. So this is your moment. Sometimes we need to just post something so we have a witness. We are recording this whole webinar, and everything is going to be on YouTube. I'm sending it out, so don't say anything you don't want to say. This is a public forum. It's free. Hey, remember, I'm giving you this for free. Woohoo! But like, sometimes I need to say, I'm my worst problem. Like, I need to remember that. Like, get out of your own way, Sister Sue. Hello. Like, ask for the help. Raise your hand. Wave a little white wand and say, I am stuck. I'm stuck as hell. I'm trapped over here. I need you to look at this thing. Why could I do this? Don't know what I'm doing. I will never get it. My parents already know what I have to share. Oh, Janet's clients are parents. I'm going to show, so keep doing that. Keep doing that while we're going along here. Because I want you to see behind me, actually. So, and then we're going to, the next thing I need you to write is you need to give yourself permission. I mean, it's as simple as that. I make my clients write a permission slip. So behind me, I have my 2021 yearly planner and all of my things laid out here. I have one of these so I can fill it in with any Post-it notes, but my real one is up there on the wall. But what I really want you to see are a couple things here. These excuses were written by a few of you in the room. And I have 3 pages, September's version, March version, and September. And it says excuses we make. I'm too tired. I'm too old. I'm too busy. I mean, I hear you guys all tell me you're too tired. And I'm thinking, are we all insomniacs, or is that just a great excuse? Great excuse. Somebody does it better. It's too much, or it's too expensive. Like maybe that's about coaching. Coaching is too expensive. I have too many ideas. I don't know where to start. Does any of this hit a home here? I think so. Lack of focus. I'm paralyzed. Too hard. It's too complicated. Tech challenges. Judgment of others. I can't do it all. I don't want to. Like sometimes we just need to say, I don't want to. So, and there's page after page of these, and these were shared by women like Heidi, women like Marianne, women like Heather, women like Diana, and it probably are the same that you would write as well. So I want you now to write your permission slip. So let me get to that page. How can it work? That's the question I'm always asking myself. How can this work? What can I do? What can I do today? Right? Who can support me? So this second page here, support system and maintaining change. People I trust who support me. This is important. I know Nikki has Melissa. Melissa has Nikki. That's important. You know, we can have comrades on the journey, and it might be somebody that you're just, hey, well, you know, read this for me. Help me, you know, talk me off the ledge when I lose my PowerPoint today. Specific ways I'm willing to invest in myself. This is important now and in the future. Obstacles I will eliminate and or manage. How I will feel a year from now when one of my goals or dreams are true. What keeps me from maintaining change? It's important for you to get really honest about this so that you know where you're going to start stumbling. We often stumble over our own feet, right? You know, we're like little kids. Like we're just excited, we're running, and then we fall, we get a little skin knee, and then we just stop. Like we forget we're actually going to the playground. You know, we got to get up, kind of a little, you know, shake ourselves off, regroup, and keep on. And we're going to talk more about that, but I'm also very aware of the time because we're supposed to be in Q&A. Hey, we're going to get to the brain board. I want you to see that so you can use it. Let me look at the screen here. If we go over a few minutes, are you guys okay with that? And if you need to leave, you just bust on out. This is why we record everything we ever do. Heather's going to help me get it onto YouTube because I didn't get the beginning of it. But if you need to leave, make sure you wave goodbye. This is what you do. You don't just run out the door. That's kind of rude. Just wave goodbye, say goodbye in the chat, and you know, we'll be sending out the video recording as soon as we can afterwards. But I'm gonna keep on the brain board. Okay. A lot of you have seen this. If you've coached with me any length of time, I have videos about this. I have it. You can Google it. We'll post the link. I have my giant one here. Can you guys see this? Or am I on a little baby screen? Okay, let me pull this up. Am I on the big screen now? Okay, so you can print this little baby out. I can get you another version of it. I printed this out like 10 years ago and had it blown up and put it on a Hobby Lobby board, and it's laminated. This is like 10 years ago. I'm not kidding. 10 years ago I did this, and I've used it a million times. I used to write on it with dry erase. Now I use pretty little, you know, square Post-its. And this is different for me than a giant board. I mean, I have my yearly calendar. I get it. Like I write stuff down on there. This is my programs and my products. This is when things launch, start. This is trips and travels. This could be like, you know, you could have blog number 1, blog number 2, the topics for your blogs. This was very, very powerful when I had NACWE because I needed to line up a speaker a month. So you're going to use this in all sorts of ways. And you're going to be able to see, hey, what's our topic? What's our theme for the Nourished Life Club that month? Our theme is consistency this month. Okay. And so, and I have a section down here on bonus topics, events, I have my husband's business because sometimes I need to know what's going on in his business with events, travel. You can use this for home. You could, I mean, if you are a homeschooler, this thing's a badass, awesome thing, right? This could be a part of your master station at your house. So I know it might seem basic, but it's very versatile. And you can use it in a million ways to lay out your programs. So this is what I want you to use as you're laying out your 2021. When do things launch? When might they happen? When are you hosting that workshop, Marie? When is that retreat? Is it in October? Okay, then you would have that on here, okay? And she's not here today, but I just pulled up a picture of Kim Stedman, and she was sharing some cool things. And I'm so, you know, I'm grateful for a team. If you don't have a team and you need some referrals, let me know how I can get you those names. So I am going to invite, let's see, I have one more person to share, and then we need to get into the Q&A. Would you, but my question for you is this: would you like me to help you to create your Brave Vision? Do you want some help with your program, your course, your book? A lot of you have been raising your hands and waving and doing all sorts of things. Option number one is you could try to create it on your own without a plan, which you'll run the risk of being in the exact same place this time next year with a big open loop and nothing. I know a lot of you, and I know that some of you have stayed in the stuck zone. And I mean, I'm not saying that in a mean way. I want you to move. I want you to take action. I want you to go. I want you to launch. Option number two is that you 100% commit to creating and launching your new business endeavors, whatever that is for you, because I don't know each of you individually. Some of you are brand new here, right? And so we want to use a proven roadmap and have a tour guide, and that's me. Before I get into this, I want to, because I had asked her to share, Heidi, and we had this is going to be very brief, 60 seconds. We had a brief aha moment about Heidi has a full-time job at a church. She has a family, 4 children, college, this and that, and a coaching business. And she had a aha moment about time, commitment, priorities. So Heidi, I'd love for you to share that.
Yeah, we just, in one of my coaching sessions with Diane, we were just talking just about how getting the stuff out of your head and getting your habits in order makes all the difference in the world. And in the conversation, I just came to realize that in the era of COVID, I developed some bad habits of spinning my wheels, in particular in the morning, be having a cup of coffee. I just wasn't getting to work. And I was spending a lot of time thinking about being at work, thinking about being at work in my day job, thinking about being at work in my coaching practice, scrolling through social media and calling it work, right? And so in that conversation, you know, I just had this aha that I need to be at work at 9. So whether that was at my desk at home, online, it was in the car on the way to church, whatever, it had to happen at 9. And then kind of analyze what needed to happen before that to make that happen. And then Diane and I made the commitment that for a couple weeks, I was going to text her at 9 o'clock every day and say, this is where I am. And I've done my habit. And it just made all the difference in the world. Like all of a sudden that I was showing up and being in places on time. I started scheduling some coaching appointments at 9 to really, really push the envelope because I knew that I wouldn't miss those. And I was just thinking, Diane had mentioned at some point, you know, buying the book versus having a coach doing the program. Even if I buy the book, I'm much more likely to read it if I'm reading along with some people who want to have a conversation with me about it. And to me, that's what the beauty of being in the inner circle has been. I've gotten to know these women so well. They know me. They know the things I struggle with, the things that I'm finding challenging, and they know when to nudge me in a direction of when I need a little tough love, but they also know when to say, gosh, you're doing a lot, it's okay. And it just has made all the difference in the world to me, especially in this very difficult year. So I just wanted to pop in and in the vein of accountability, talk about it's worth making the investment.
Amen, sister. Thank you so much. I didn't want to leave without having you share. So I'm so glad you were able to get on. Awesome. I just realized, so as we continue, I want to make sure you know, there's some pages in the workbook we didn't get to. Amen. I mean, you've got work to do, and there's more pages in the workbook. I put as many as I could on the screen. Okay. But there's more back there with checklists for month 1, month 2. I understand that. I'm not gonna hold your hand through that. Amen. So let me give you an invitation. Okay. I have created a brand new thing. I'm always creating a brand new thing, and that's the beauty. That is like the beauty of entrepreneurship. And it's actually an old thing revised. Woo! Yay. It's an invitation to the brand new Inspired Business Academy. So what does that even mean? Well, let me show you. In this course, you will go from overwhelmed, which I know, with ideas to taking bold action steps and experience weekly break. I want you to have a weekly breakthrough. I don't want you out there roaming the streets for a month. We have office hours every Monday so that you stop staying stuck. I want you to have weekly breakthroughs as you create, market, and sell your program, your group, or your course, whatever your thing is. Whatever you need to do, let's do it. And you have weekly support from me and the entire group, as you just heard from Heidi, from Marianne, from Heather, from Diana. They are all parts of my other big group, and they're going to probably be a part of this group as well. So you get all of us, you get everybody. Like you get me, all of us in a bundle. It's a strategic overview. We're going to be using. Let me flip here. To this screen. So when you first join, you're going to get access to some of these bonus classes. The Creativity Circle, we just talked about that, but one of the other ones I didn't show you today is called the 12-week blank syllabus. And when you log in and get your ticket today, you're going to get all this, and you're going to get a copy of my what's it called, transformation tracker. But let me show you the modules. Let me show you what's included. Okay, because let's get to the nitty-gritty here. Come on, Diane. Come on. Okay, so weekly office hours. You've been hearing about this. Every single Monday, starting in January, we're going to be together. It's 10 a.m. If you can't come, we record everything, but you can always send in your questions ahead of time. This is where you get me every week for coaching. Every week for coaching. I need to look at the calendar because I'm sure there's a few little president holidays. We might do it a different day that day. I'm not sure. Facebook group, 3 Inspired Business Day intensives. Those are a full day. You see that, January 8th, February 5th, March 5th. Each of those are going to be sold standalone for $99. You guys get all of this. You get it all. The Inspired Business Academy portal, which is where all of my video trainings are going to be. So what I am doing, just so you know, I'm taking the book I wrote 10 years ago. I'm revising it. I'm recording videos that go along with every single module and getting it to you. So you have access to watch those and then come and ask your questions. You're going to watch your modules. You're going to come ask your questions. Okay, I'm going to also give you downloadable Canva templates. What does that mean? I'm going to give you a template for a 7-day challenge. And then you just plug and play, sister. Or make it your own 10-day challenge, right? Or hey, I might even give you the template for this ebook. You're not going to use my ebook, sister. You're going to make your own ebook, but I'm going to give you a template that, I pay for these things. I pay to buy these templates, but I'm going to include that as part of our program. Here's the video training modules, which actually go all along with my book. You guys are going to watch me as I revise this book and get it as a new version on Amazon. So I'll walk you through a book launch. You're going to get to watch me walk through a book launch. What you might do, you might create a challenge. That's exactly what we're doing for Marianne. So it leads them into her 90-day group. You might lay out your first coaching program or your 5th or your 10th. You might get your book published. I published 3 before COVID hit. So you do the math. January, February, March. Last year, I published 3 on Amazon. You can do this. You might start offering private sessions, like Heather has her first private client now from Australia. You might start using videos. I'm an expert at this. You might set up your online classrooms. You got to see samples of some of mine and so much more. So I made it really simple. You have 2 options. The value is bigger, but of course you can get in for $497, and we're going to give you the link here in just a second. You can pay in 3 payments. $175 gets you in the door. Or if you want private coaching with me, you can do the other option. Get 3 private sessions with me during the 90 days. During the 90 days. So that would mean you would have office hours every single week. You would have the Inspired Business Days every single month, and you'd have a private session once a month to get you like unwedged, you know, like we got to get the wedge out. So, but the $497 is going to be great for a lot of you. If you want the super duper bonus though, if you sign up, if you're the first 10 to sign up, let me get to that page. Well, let's talk about this. Let me go in order. Let me try to stay on track. Bonus number 1 is an Inspired Business Day in December. Why? Because I don't want you running loose. I don't want you running loose till January. I need you to come be with me. So December 4th, we're going to dive in and have 3 power sessions. You are going to block off the day. You're going to block off the day. Okay. It's a full day of transformation. So mark that on your calendar right now, grab your pencil, whatever you got to do. Let me tell you this first. I am not special. I don't have access to exclusive, super duper experts, technology or resources. I have 2 people I pay every month who I found, who are my helpers. But I also just have a proven roadmap that I'm not willing to play around with. I'm willing to try things. I'm willing to take action, and I want you to get accountable as you create your next program, course, or group. If I can do it, so can you. You've heard some of the women in this group doing just that. So here's your second bonus. Yay! The first 10 to sign up, click the link, cha-ching. By Tuesday the 10th at 5, or whichever comes first, you get a private coaching session with me as a bonus. So even if you don't buy that bigger pack, if you're the first 10, you get a private session with me, and we're going to do that. We're not waiting until January. We're doing that in November or December. Like, I have time open, so I'm going to meet with you. And the value of this is $300. It's 75 minutes. We're going to dive straight in. Okay. I've never done this before, but I made a money back guarantee. Why not? I do offer refunds. Hardly anybody ever asks for a refund because we're doing the work. Like, I can't do the work for you. You have to do your work. And if I'm not your girl, don't sign up. I mean, that's not on the screen, but I'm just going to say it. If I'm not your girl, if this is not your style, then don't sign up, because I might not be the right one for you. Find the person that works. Find the person that has a little bit of what you have. This is what they told me in AA, and it's just brilliant. It works over here. Find somebody who has what you want, and go ask them how did they do that. It's rather simple, and yet we overcomplicate it. I might not be your coach forever and ever, but I might be your coach for this little segment of a journey, and then you might decide to come along down the road. But I don't want tire kickers. I want action takers. And remember this. Don't be asking me for a refund next week. We haven't actually started yet. Okay. We actually start in January, and we have bonus trainings and the Inspired Business Day in December. I don't want to leave you hanging. If you want a refund, we're gonna have to wait and give that to you in January, because we're gonna start in January. Get it? So here's the link. It's dianecunningham.com/Inspired Business Academy. Heather's gonna post it in the chat. I'll be sending out emails and all sorts of things as soon as we get done. The extra bonus is that 12-week module I was just telling you about. And that's already sitting there in your portal. Again, here's those 2 options. And I want to close the screen here and get to our Q&A time. But you can get in for $497. The first payment is a simple $175 for the lowest level. And or you can do the $350 and get the private sessions with me. There's that link. When you say yes, it looks like this. This is what you'll get on the welcome pages. And let me close with this. Remember, you don't have to be alone on this journey. You don't have to be stuck in overthinking. And I know what you're saying. You've said it already in the chat. You're overwhelmed, you're tired. Tech overwhelms me. They need me. Yes, I know. They all need you. They all need you. But you might be able to take a little bit of time for yourself. I have too many ideas. Let's go to the Q&A now. So let me see if I can, whoopsie, hold on. I gotta find the right screen. Okay. So I know we're past time. I honor that and I apologize. I like words and I like to speak them. Heidi, you have to go. If you have to go, just wave now and say goodbye. I will get this out in a video record. You know, we're gonna get this uploaded. Heather's gonna help with that and we will email it out. You're welcome to bop off. But if you have questions for me about the program, about coaching, about what we just shared, I think there was some that have been saved by Heather. So Heather, take it away, sister.
So Tracy asked you a couple of questions. The first one said, I like how you collected info through opt-in text, and I would love to know what system you use to set that up.
Okay. So I have been playing with 2 different text programs this last month. One I'm going to cancel because they're about to deduct my money again this weekend. It was called Slick Text. So if you want to try something and cancel it, I mean, it's a good program. This is the one where I had a number like this. You guys might have texted me on that. I used it to give away some gifts and like a free thing, but I couldn't ever tell who was texting me. So like people are sending in their questions. I'm like, who are you? Who are you? And so it felt a little funky. And I mean, this is much more and so I'm going to cancel that. The second program I just registered for is called Community. The phone number, I mean, some of you have been texting. Oh, it looks like somebody just joined us in the program. So awesome. If you just signed up, go ahead and type into the box and let us know that you just got one of those first 10. Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, first 10. So Tracy, sorry, got distracted. I'm signed up for Community. It's $99 a month. This is my first month trying it. I will always tell you the truth. Okay, I will always tell you the truth, and I'm trying it. It adds you guys in to, and you sent me a message on there. So lots of people actually have been texting me back. So I can set up communities that look like this and add you in as a woman in Brave Nation or Nourish or Brave Creations Inner Circle. And I'll make a new one that's called Inspired Business Academy. And so I will know how to text all of you on the day we have our, you know, to connect with you. Hey, don't forget, we have our Inspired Business Day. So it's a texting portal. What other questions?
And then she also asked, what platform is the course on?
All of my courses are now built onto MemberVault, and I have an affiliate link and some connections to help you get that set up. It's similar to Teachable, it's similar to Kajabi. I signed up for it because it was only $39 a month. All of these years, I need you to hear this. All of these years, I have not used any of those external. I've always housed my programs on my own website. You do not have to do that. I mean, there's options, and we can talk about the best program for you. MemberVault is the one I've been using.
So Nikki has joined. Yay, Nikki. Glad you're here.
Awesome.
And
welcome, Nikki.
Patty said she has joined.
Awesome. Welcome, you guys. Patty and Nikki. Excited. Cool. Who else? Got time for lots of, and we've got about 10 minutes left for a Q&A. Let me ask this before we take the next question. Did you get one nugget? Did you get one nugget that was helpful today? Anybody? Anybody? Excellent. Okay, who else? What other questions? Stop pondering and take action. Yes, ma'am. Questions about the program, questions about the brain board, questions about coaching stuff. You can't be late to your own miracle. Yeah, amen. You have to do the work. Yes, that's true, Deborah. I can't do yours and you can't do mine.
What are the topics for the, like what kinds of topics are in there in the program?
So the topics are all going to be built around, I mean, here's the deal. Office hours, any topic goes. So every Monday, you bring your topic. You bring your stuck, you bring your freak out, you bring your breakdown, your brave, your bravo. So the topics are going to be me teaching you from my giant manual. Who has this already? The Inspired Business Toolkit. I'm going to basically be redoing this book on video and worksheets. So these are the 10 video training topics that will be added in week by week into the group. And I can pull that screen up again, but basically marketing, message, mindset. Let's go to the chain, the table of contents. Those will be in the portal. The miracle of the group, here's the truth. The miracle of the group is those Monday office hours, because whatever you deal with, we're talking about it. And you have 90 minutes. And so it's kind of a free for all, and it's going to be fantastic. Bring it. Right? So it's basically like you get coaching by Cindy, by Shelby. So mission, people, message, services, marketing, mindset, mentors, connections, time, next steps. And all of this is on the website page, the DianeCunningham.com/Inspired Business Academy. And then the other piece that is, of course, the huge bonus is those Inspired Business Day intensives. If nothing else, they'll get you to do some work. Amen. What else? Good stuff.
Let's see. Deborah asked, how long is the program for?
The program's from like 90 days, January through March, end of March. And so we're doing some bonus things because I don't want you lurching out here before holidays. We have time to meet before the holidays, and we have the Inspired Business Day. Who else? Good. This is fun. So Nikki's got a spot and Patty has a spot. So we'll set up your private sessions. I know more are coming. That offer is good for the first 10. It ends for sure on Wednesday at 5, Tuesday. I changed the date. Tuesday the 10th at 5 p.m. So if you want one of those 10 spots, I would say today's your day, sister. Today's your day. I'm going to be emailing out so you guys are the first to hear. The Inspired Business Academy just debuted. It's brand new. Of course, I'm going to be offering it to everybody that you guys happen to be here on the day it was born. So, send balloons. But it's not brand new. I mean, it's really like a revisit of things I've been teaching in NACWE, in Brave Creations. It's like a culmination of so many things. Yes, ma'am. Patty. Oh, you got to go? Oh, bye. As you go, I like it. Yeah, wave and say goodbye. Awesome. The themes of the intent.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, Janet, there's no theme of the intensive. It's your day. It's called the Inspired Business Day. So on that day, each and every month, because some people will come to that every month, some will come just one time. So on that day, we're going to be doing more work from here. And I'll be answering your questions, and we'll be talking through your stuck spot. So there's no theme. It's like you doing what you need to do and getting unstuck on that day with me to help you. It's like a get it done, stop the nonsense day. Got it? Excellent. Good questions. Anything else? Okay. Well, keep them coming. Come on, Elizabeth. Come on. Sign up today. Sign up. I'll get a little, here's the miracle. PayPal sends you a notification. So that's how I knew that 2 women had signed up already. And I'll be watching for more of you to click, and then we'll get your private session set up. Why? Because I want you to have homework. I want to give you homework to get you started between now. Like today is the 6th. It is not Thanksgiving today. Just so you know, it's not Thanksgiving. It's not Christmas today. We have work to do. Yes, we're going to have a holiday. I mean, I have a trip out of town next week. Why do you think I put the deadline for you guys to sign up? I need to not be obsessing over all you people while I'm on a trip with my husband. I don't want to be obsessing over you over Thanksgiving Day. I want to be in freedom. I want you to have freedom. And I want you to begin to create whatever it is that God has given you to create. I want to basically thank you, Heather, for so much. Thank you for being here. They, in one of the coaching programs that Heather and I are both in, welcome Shelly. Shelly just signed up. Woo! In one of the programs that Heather and I are both in together, we're both being coached in this program, and we're both learning, and they taught us to have a co-host. You know, these are things, it's so simple, but it's really important to have a co-host and to have somebody introduce you. And so, looks like Elizabeth just signed up. Elizabeth, was that you? Awesome, good. So Heather is my helper, and I will be helping her when she debuts a new program or a new product. Heather's a member of My Brave Creations Inner Circle. Some of you I know are thinking about that, praying over that. And I'm a member of Heather's membership. And, it's good because she can teach me things I need to learn. So awesome. Keep signing up, ladies. If you have another question, shoot it to me by Facebook Messenger. Send me an email. We're going to get this video ready and onto YouTube and get it sent out. And I can't wait to spend not just 90 days with you, but these days and weeks to come. All right. Anything else? Okay,
just connect with Elizabeth. She had a little payment snafu happen. So maybe just connect with her after. Yeah.
Awesome. Sure. Yeah. Send me an email, Elizabeth. Thank you. All right, guys. Love you. And have a great day. I think I forgot to pray at the beginning. Oh my gosh. Let me pray us out. All right, Father God, we ask you to bless this material, this training, this information. Lord, help us to use it and not just throw it on the shelf. Lord, help us to take action, to be in awareness, to actually be accountable to what we say we're going to do. Lord, give us courage today. That's what we need the most of, so that we don't get stuck in fear and overwhelm. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. All right, ladies, signing off. See you soon. Bye-bye.